last time, but I'm excited because a lot to cover in the crypto show today, this Tuesday. The marketplace is kind of like a yo-yo, jumping up and down. So we are live right now. How are you guys doing? Vitaly Dubin is here, founder and creator of Bitcoin's Walls Club system, where we are helping people become crypto millionaires. And I'm excited for another episode of Today in Crypto Show. Hopefully this time you're able to hear me fine, because I'm redoing this live show. The last time there was no sound, as I discovered right now. So let me know if you're able to hear me fine. And how are you guys doing? We're starting the week strong and interesting developments. The crypto market is going up and down, up and down. We have been seeing like the crypto space overall lost of $50 billion in 7 days period, then rebounds and gained 27 billion. Then the last 24 hours, it lost again $320 billion. So let me just check the sound. I think we are good to go right now. And moving on here on the crypto space, $394 billion, which is lower than yesterday, 410 billion. Bitcoin is trading right now at $8,464. A slight change from yesterday. It was up and it was down a little bit, and that's how crypto space overall is going. We are seeing for the most part the crypto market is flat, not going too up or too down today on the cryptocurrencies. And that's just the way that the crypto market goes. Over the long term, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. We are going to see the crypto market cap going to 4 trillion and 10 trillion. We're going to see several crashes down the line, just like we've seen recently in the last couple days, last week actually, with some of the news we already discussed. With the Mt. Gox and the crackdown on some of the exchanges in South Korea. It's kind of like a butterfly effect. The big whales selling their Bitcoin and other stuff happening in the background affects the prices big time. But I have some very exciting news to share with you today regarding Bitcoin cryptocurrencies. Yesterday, all day I was traveling and meeting some ICO CEOs and exciting new projects. We're going to launch ICO of the month very, very soon here in Bitcoin's Walls Club, where basically we're going to interview CEOs of the most noteworthy projects in the ICO space and provide you, only the members here in Bitcoin's Walls Club, very exclusive deals that are not available to the public. Something crazy, something that you would otherwise need to have like $1 million plus to invest in order to get those kind of deals that I'm going to secure for you guys inside Bitcoin's Walls Club. So I'm going to let you know about this, and when we launch this, it's going to be an exciting way to get involved with ICOs, because there's a lot of them today. A lot of the coins that you are seeing today in the marketplace are startups. Some of them are ideas. You don't really know how to evaluate them, what's the team behind them, if it's a good project or not, if it's going to be listed on exchanges or not. So nonetheless, this is the year of the ICOs, 2018. It's been booming like crazy, and my really goal and hope is provide you the best ones, and we're going to keep maybe 1, 2 max for the entire months. ICO of the month, and that's how I'm going to call this corner inside Bitcoin's Walls Club, where we'll get very, very exclusive deals on the ICOs. So I'm very excited about that. And this week on Tuesday evening, I'm going to fly out to Experts Academy to attend Brent Bouchard's event. His biggest, one of his biggest fans. Really awesome. Really was the intention to take Bitcoin's Walls Club to the next level. So after that, I'm flying to San Diego. So I'm flying to Santa Clara, then San Diego the next day to attend Russell Brunson, really closed door private event. And again, to take Bitcoin's Walls Club to the next level. I'm going to share as much as I can with our members of VIP about what I'm learning and other cool stuff that I'm going to be announcing very soon. So this week I'll do my best to get on the live shows and to be with you guys in the webinars as much as I can. Even though I'm traveling, and if I'm on the plane, obviously I'm not going to be able to go live. But I'll do my best to get to as many daily shows as I possibly can while I'm there, away from home and attending those live events. Also, we'll very soon share with you a cool platform and a cool way for which you will be able to advertise any Bitcoin related business or anything that you actually want to a crowd of over 3 million people. And I'm meeting with the CEO tomorrow of this platform. It's going to be really exciting, and also allow you to earn and compound your profits with Bitcoin and fiat. It's really something special that I've been kind of checking over the last 3 weeks, and very soon I'm going to announce that inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club. Now here, take a look at the market cap. We are at 394 billion right now. Overall, we are on the rise. This month's May has been proven to be a great month for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies overall. So those are really small detours, guys, and hold on to your coins on the exchanges. Don't panic sell, never. So the first news of the day here, guys, the billionaire Mike Novogratz is saying the next 3 to 12 months will be really crazy and exciting for cryptocurrencies, as New York Stock Exchange is coming into play, and other big players, institutional investors, are going to come in and drop a lot of money and raise the prices of Bitcoin cryptocurrencies. And he is saying that not investing into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is almost irresponsible, which is an interesting saying. And he's saying that you should at least, as in every single investor, at least 1 or 2% of their total portfolio in cryptocurrency. Now, I couldn't agree more with what Mike Novogratz is saying. I've had the privilege to meet him in person a couple months ago. I didn't really realize that he was a billionaire. And what he's saying, guys, is, you know, depending on your risk tolerance, right? If you are very young, or if you are older, if you are 50, 60, you know, if you're young, you still have a lot of time to go. Like, you know, invest 30, 40% of your portfolio in total into cryptocurrencies, right? It's a volatile market, as you know. The prices overall, I see them as going way up there as the marketplace grows and matures into trillions of dollars. So we're definitely going to see prices over the long term move up. We're going to see several crashes along the line. Don't invest everything into Bitcoin cryptocurrencies, but 30 to 40% if you're younger. If you're older or have lower risk tolerance, then, you know, invest 10% or 5%, or like Mike Novogratz said, the bare minimum 1 to 2% of your total portfolio. But you can afford not to be in Bitcoin cryptocurrencies over the long term, as we are seeing blockchain innovation happening everywhere, right? The billionaire Tim Draper, who predicted Bitcoin price at $10,000 for last year, he's saying Bitcoin will be $250,000 by the year 2022, and Bitcoin is the most secure place to store your money. And why is he saying that? You know, because we see like countries like Venezuela, Nigeria, Argentina, that the fiat currency usually falls about 30% each year. We're seeing countries like Zimbabwe with ridiculous, like, hyperinflations, and who knows, you know, your fiat currency that you hold in the bank, is it really that secure? You're loaning money to the bank, and if something happens to the economy, hyperinflation, of people are just not going to be using the US dollars or the paper money anymore, you know, as we are moving into developing those new technologies that people embrace. Who knows, after several years, how much it's really going to be worth. It can tank, you know, the value of those dollars that you are holding onto your retirement, into the accounts, and stuff like that, what you've been maybe saving for your entire life. So you gotta definitely diversify into Bitcoin, because this is the new technology, the financial revolution that is changing everything. Even online banking today are using Bitcoin for international loan transfers, like what happens with Germany, with Bitbond company that that kind of serves like an intermediary between borrowers and lenders using Bitcoin. And now many markets who are underprivileged, undeserved by banks, you know, they're like in the third world countries that loaning and borrowing is not even accessible to them. Bitcoin is really bridging that gap with companies like Bitcoin, where people can get those tiny loans or big loans with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So that's really exciting because we are bridging that gap that the regular financial community kind of left by its own. Now we are seeing that local Bitcoins, this website that is used by 248 countries around the world that facilitate trades of Bitcoin from fiat and to Bitcoin back and forth, and those you know, using cash deposits into the banks, or a variety of other methods, even cash like trades where people meet live and trade cash with. Now some of the transactions will require identification, and you know, especially larger transactions, and the crypto community is kind of saying, well, what is going on? You know, every exchange that we go, there is identification, what's happening to the privacy, and all of that stuff. And there are exchanges that offer you more decentralization and more security than others. But overall, it's not a bad thing to protect you guys in case, you know, for the larger transactions for sellers that are doing something unethical. So that's pre-measuring caution, you know, that are doing local Bitcoins with their new terms of service. Of course, this Bitcoin.com is a website by Roger Ver, who is a big proponent of Bitcoin Cash, and they're trying to rewrite the original white paper published by anonymous Satoshi Nakamoto on October 31st, 2008, sorry. And afterwards, over 1,600 cryptocurrencies are now listed on the exchanges. And they're saying that Satoshi's vision was different, and the Bitcoin Cash proponents believe that this whole concept, like what Satoshi wrote, it should be Bitcoin Cash. Of course, they want to recognize Bitcoin Cash as the real Bitcoin, which is not. But those revisions of you know, the white paper, I don't think they're going to succeed in that. But nonetheless, we're seeing on the major website of Bitcoin, like they removed the word fast peer-to-peer transactions into just peer-to-peer transactions, and low processing fees by fraud protection, which means that you know, there's not really fast transactions with Bitcoins right now, as it sometimes takes 10, 20, 30 minutes until it's going to appear on the blockchain, sometimes more. And we did see the fees increase, at least by the end of December, before they integrated the SegWit and the you know, other solutions to lower the fees. Still, the fees are higher than a lot of the other cryptocurrencies that we are seeing on the marketplace. So there is some merit to what it is that they are saying on Bitcoin Cash, but Bitcoin Cash will remain a hard fork of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the real Bitcoin. So please not change the history that it's already been written. And moving on, we already discussed the local Bitcoin term of service update that require ID. Zimbabwe is surprising us by banning all cryptocurrency activities. People who live in Zimbabwe in the next 2 months, they give them the grace period, and basically they want to keep their people impoverished and dependent on the system, which proven to be really a joke, monetary nonsense, right? And they're fearing cryptocurrency. Like, look at what they do themselves, right? $100 trillion banknote. Like, who does that? Who publishes a $100 trillion reserve bank note, right? It's ridiculous. So they are now banning cryptocurrency because they're afraid of it, and people don't trust the local currency in this country. I just hope that other countries in Africa, other than Zimbabwe, something like that is not going to happen because they rely heavily on Bitcoin cryptocurrencies, as they just cannot trust the local system of banking institution and finance. So that's what's happening with that. New crypto exchanges opening up all the time. We are seeing new exchanges: Korea, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, opening new exchanges, and in South Korea by itself there are 100+ crypto exchanges. So the thing is with the exchanges is you gotta be careful what exchange you're really trading with. If you want to test new exchange, start with small amount of money, because every exchange you're essentially lending money to people, to the exchange, and in this way they're in control of your Bitcoin. Does it make sense? So if you're only when you're withdrawing money from the exchange, that's when you regain the control of the private keys. So as long as the money on the Bitcoin exchange, they're in control of the private keys, and they give you, you can play on their exchange. But this shows you the booming market. Like, there's more demand because it's very lucrative to run exchanges. They ask sometimes for over $1 million or more for the cryptocurrency to get listed on the exchange. So it's very lucrative business. You know, sometimes there are exchanges that are just closing up and they're running with the money. It sometimes happens. So this proliferation of exchanges, I recommend that you trade with a couple like Binance or Bittrex, a couple of proven exchanges. Make sure that you are verified properly, and that's going to protect you guys from those small exchanges. Okay, so those are the big news for today in cryptocurrency. I just want to say that we are very excited about everything that is going on. Inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club, I'm going to give you more updates today and the upcoming week. Like I told you, I'm flying out to Santa Clara tomorrow, and then San Diego. I'm going to be gone for about 10 days, but I'm going to do my best to give you live updates and webinars and those daily shows and the rest of the stuff. And everything is moving into creating our platform better and bigger, and really improve upon what it is that we are doing and how we are helping people become crypto millionaires. I'm very excited to publish the ICO of the month corner here inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club, and bring you guys on the table the best deals that you can possibly get in the ICO space. And I'm going to let you know a little bit later about that and how it all works and how we're going to roll it out. So expect an update about that. And other than that, have guys an amazing day today, an amazing week with lots of profits. Whatever it is that you're doing in the crypto space, get more of them, those Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies, so you can increase your wealth for generations to come. Very exciting time to be alive for sure. This is the year of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and ICOs overall. So let's just make sure collectively that we are really dealing with the most quality projects and the best way, so you can minimize your risk and maximize your profits in this space. And let me know if you need any help with anything. I'm going to see you guys on the next live